If you care about wildlife, nature, and clean drinking water, then you're going to want to watch this. And remember, this is about the money. This is not about protecting anything. All right, check out this video.
I know the world is still on fire, but this is very important and something that we need to pay attention to. So there's a bill moving through Congress right now that could permanently open up 58 million acres of protected forests to logging, mining, and oil drilling. And almost nobody is talking about it. So back in 2001, the Clinton administration passed the roadless rule, a protection that said no new roads, no logging, no drilling on 58.5 million acres of our national forest. That's an area roughly the size of Oregon. It's been protecting clean drinking water for 60 million Americans, wildlife habitat, and some of the last wild places left in this country for over 20 years. Now, Republican Representative Harry Hagman of Wyoming has introduced H.R. 7695, a bill that would wipe that rule completely off the books, not just pause it, not revise it, erase it. And then, and this is the part that really matters, it would require the Forest Service to go in and actually build roads through those protected lands. Once those roads are built, the logging, drilling, and mining sure will follow. And that damage, it doesn't undo itself. So now here is where it gets interesting. Hagman pulled in $58,000 from the oil and gas industry in just the 2024 election cycle alone. She co-chairs the Congressional Coal Caucus. She sits on the House Natural Resources Committee, the committee that oversees the very industries whose bottom lines get bigger if this bill passes. She's also pushing legislation to shield oil companies from the state climate lawsuits. So when she says this is about wildfire prevention and forest health, it's really worth asking, who is she actually working for? And here's what actually happens if this passes. Wildfires get worse, not better. Studies show wildfires are 4 times more likely in areas with roads because roads equal people, and more than 90% of wildfires are human caused. Drinking water gets contaminated. These forests are the headwaters for rivers across 33 states. Roads cause erosion and runoff straight into those water supplies. Over 220 endangered species lose critical habitat, wolves, lynx, Pacific fishers, gone from lands they've lived on for centuries. Taxpayers get the bill. The Forest Service already has a 10 billion road maintenance backlog. Now imagine adding thousands of miles of new roads on top of that. And indigenous communities lose access to sacred sites and treaty-protected lands they fought to keep for generations. So here's the thing. When the original roadless rule was passed, 1.6 million Americans submitted public comments. It was the most public input any federal rule had ever received. Over 90% were in favor of the protection. When the Trump administration recently opened up a comment period on repealing it, 99% of the 183,000 comments said, don't do it. The public doesn't want this, so call your representatives, look up HR 7695, share this video. These are your forests, your waters, your wildlife. Don't let a bill most people have never heard of take them away permanently.